I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I'm done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the data's, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. R&B all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say
it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run again with Harris. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Well, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now a first down carry for Harris. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They hand this off to Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now it's Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky, he finds his man Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Boswell's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
11 MT.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11, Thomas.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
11.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
11, Thomas.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
11, Mighty. 11, Mighty.
Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Here we go.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
12. 11, MT, take. 11,
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing here, Trubisky. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 44, Trubisky. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11. 11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT. 11 MT.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. From 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be out right at the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Trubisky will throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the...
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
Trubisky's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield on that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ja'Marr Chase, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. Looking deep downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Ready?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT, tape. 11 MT, tape. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11. 11 Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 12, 12, 12. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11 MC, hey! 11, 11, 11, 11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first-half lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys are able to watch the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
11.
Back to Mixon on second down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
11, Thomas. 11, Mighty. 11, Mighty. 11, 11 MT.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Burrow on first down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. 11.
Now it's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11 MT. 11.
Burrow will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up second and
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, Tate. 11 Palmer. 12.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a first and goal. Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Third and goal as they look to pull.
11 MT. 11 MT.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Again, it's Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will cut this way. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. Oh, he stays up. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
11 MPs, hey! 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Myles Jack with a sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
After the sack on 1st down, Burrow. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 2.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Now back to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 32 yards. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Steelers 17.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here we go. Eleven. 12. 11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
11 empty.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
11 Coleman. 11.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And now here's another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
11.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
12.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
11.
Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are with each other already.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Steelers 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I'm one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
This defense, they got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
12. 11.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
11 MT.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 11. 11, Thomas.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
11 mighty.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
12.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 12. 11. 11.
Now Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Gun. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw it, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
One last shot for Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and you open within the division, you knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Cincinnati, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey